Break 'em off.
Goddamn, little hoe. Gonna drop it down, just pick it up. I'ma 30 rap, they don't pick 'em up. I'ma roll it up, watch fuck it up. I'm in this bitch. I'm with my pops, dogs. Let's celebrate. Let's pop some bottles. Let's have a power. Get some dollar, ain't chasing no cake. Bitch, I been chasing these rats. And like we dropping the smash. Make a little hoe shake that ass. Tell your little boy to start calling me dad. Cause me and you ain't even close. Talking about one player, that nigga hell. I swear that nigga do the most. Do that shit, bitch. Who I like the way you doing it. If you let me hit it, I won't miss. I'ma knock it out over the fence. I ain't drop NASCAR and live. Pussy right with like this. If you don't beat my style, you don't get no day. Big booty, little booty hoes get with it. 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 Big booty, little booty hoes get with it.
Big booty, little booty hoes get with it. Big booty, little booty hoes get with it. Big booty, little booty hoes get with it. Big booty, little booty hoes get with it. Big booty, little booty hoes get with it. Big booty, little booty hoes get with it. Big booty, little booty hoes get with it.
Dance up for money. Do what you want me to do. What I want to do.
Ass on bitch shit worldwide.
I heard there's a challenge going on.
Nigga roll a blunt, they ain't countin'. Shop triple white, they fountain. Talk a little bitch, ain't town shit. Big booty shit, strut ground bitch. Hang up on the ceiling, yo, clown bitch. Fall up on the L, now hit split. Niggas don't want to have a mouth bitch. If the money right, I'll talk shit. Hang up on the ceiling, no more tip. Niggas got swag.
This shit is hard. Hard.
Bitch sucking all like a foreign whip. Slim little bitch with some fat ass look. Funky ass walk with some nice ass hips.
Big booty, little booty hoes get with it. 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 Big booty, little booty hoes get with it.
Big booty, little booty hoes get with it. Big booty, little booty hoes get with it. Big booty, little booty hoes get with it. Big booty, little booty hoes get with it. Big booty, little booty hoes get with it. Big booty, little booty hoes get with it. Big booty, little booty hoes get with it.
When I tell you that is a whole bop, make sure y'all go download that song and the whole mixtape. Honestly, it's super lit. But before we get into that, you already know we got a big, great show for you today, and we're gonna give out our sponsorships. Y'all know AD from Love and Hip Hop? Well, she sponsors the show. She sponsors our show with her brand Dig the Kicks. It is a amazing brand. It's a unisex brand. It's clothing. She got dad hats. She got t-shirts, joggers, sweatsuits. She has anything and everything, you name it. Make sure y'all go to digthekicks.com and go and shop crazy. Go on the shopping spree. But when you get to that checkout screen, make sure you type in that promo code and type in Royal so you can get 15% off. It's a super lit situation, and it's a super lit discount that you get on the total package, so you can get as much stuff as you want, and it will take that 15% off of that total package. We are also sponsored by SwagNationMagazine.com, which is the #1 independent magazine in the nation. It is super lit, going to 75 countries worldwide. It's a super amazing thing. Make sure y'all go to SwagNationMagazine.com, and if you want to watch some of the Royal Couch interviews, you can go there, and there's a tab on top that says Key and King. So make sure you click on that tab, and you can go and watch some of our videos. We got videos from Maya. We got videos from Dondra Nicole. We got some web series, guys. It is super lit, and make sure y'all get to it. Let me tell you guys, I've been waiting. I've been super excited for this guest today. I think she is amazing. She is shutting down the industry. And I love her because she's Atlanta-based. She has been independent, and she has been, shooting her numbers sky high. I'm super proud of her, and I cannot wait to talk to her. So without further ado, we're going to bring in none other than Fun Girl Ja, Superwoman, Jaja. I mean, she goes by it all, but I love to call her Miss Superwoman. So let's bring this up to, let us chat a little bit with the one and only. I'm super excited, guys. Hey, love.
Hello.
I'm super excited to have you here.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you again for joining our platform. Again, I'm humbled and privileged to even have you here.
Yes. Blessings.
Blessings, blessings, blessings. Yo, so what's going on with you? Like, how are you?
I'm lit right now. See you turning up to my song.
Hello, turn up, turn up.
My song keeps climbing the charts, so that's.
I know that's right, as it should. It
Yes.
is an amazing song. Your whole project is amazing, honestly.
Thank you.
It really is. So before we get started, can you let the people know where they can find you, your social media, and all your music?
My social media is fungirl_Jah, J-A-H. My music is on all platforms. Just to kill time, you can go to my bio, click the link, and it's gonna pop up.
It's
Oh,
gonna
there you
pop
go.
up. Trust me. You can type in. You can Google her.
Yes.
She's everywhere. I promise you. This is Miss Superwoman, and I'm so honored to have you. So, how I like to do things. I do things a little different than other people that I interview. I like to take you. I like for our followers and your fans to know who you are a little bit and
Right.
kind of get before Fun Girl Jah, before Artist Jah, and give us a little bit on who you are. Has music always been your forefront, your passion, your love?
Yes, music always been my passion. I've been doing it since the age of 13. 16,
Wow.
I really started getting in it. And then, like, 21, I started taking it serious because I was out on my own. So I was able to just venture and go ahead and do things by myself.
That is amazing. I think it's amazing to have people on here because I feel like, we get people that have a passion and then it kind of changes over time. But someone like you've been in music and you continue to grow. Can you explain to us, how did you make that happen, and how do we all know who you are today?
Everybody know me from All I Know. All I Know is Work. That was my first single out, and then I'm with Break 'Em Off Music Group, so that got me even high quality in the music or whatever. And then we started pushing the Get With It song, which is known as Hoochie Mama, featuring One Play. But you got to keep going hard to get what you want. So if you're gonna give up, you ain't gonna never make it. So you just gotta go hard. So it's taking off. I'm going hard for what I want. That's why my name is Superwoman.
Hello. So look, before we get into your project, actually, because a lot of people that watch my show are people that are entrepreneurs, growing artists, growing in whatever field that they want to do. Coming from Atlanta, which is right now what they call the Black Hollywood,
right?
And everyone is making music and especially this female game. How did you kind of separate yourself from that and having people actually take you seriously?
I separate myself from that by just doing my own thing, keeping my face card good, being the person that I am, staying humble, still got my same personality, just messing with the city. So the city behind me regardless. So everywhere I go, they love me. So it is what it is. I'm from the west side of Atlanta, born and raised. So I'm originally from Atlanta, of course.
Hello. Look, raised here.
Yeah, I was brought up on a lot of music from Shawty Lo, from T.I., from French Eye Boys, Shop Boys. So music always been around me since I was little. So that's why I've been striving the way I've been.
That's dope. That's dope. So I want to get to, because I of course, as me being on this platform, I do a lot of research and stuff, and I kind of want to steer away from what everyone, the main question that everyone asks you all the time, and because then it becomes, it becomes something different, and it becomes tedious to hear the same thing after every interview, and stuff like that when they watch you. So one thing I want to ask you is, you put out this project, Superwoman, and I know the way you feel about womanhood and being a woman, how hard it is to be a woman. Can you tell us one of your struggles as a woman, as an artist in this industry, and how did you overcome that?
It was like by me being an entertainer, which I was a dancer first, but at the same
Okay.
time, I still did music way before I started dancing. So most people know that. Some people don't know that. They think I just started, but I've been doing this for years. It just didn't happen overnight. The struggle was me getting to know dudes and dudes thinking like, oh, I want to be with you. I want to date you. And I was like, nah, because you
Right.
can't mix business with pleasure, first off.
I know that's right.
So in order for somebody to take me serious, I had to stand on my own ground and be like, no, if it ain't about music, then we can't talk. So that was like a struggle too, trying to get in the industry by me being a female.
Right.
So
Right,
that
right.
was like one of them.
So is that the reason why you stayed independent for so long and just went your own route and got
Right.
you, because you got yourself here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Versus getting a major label and them putting marketing and branding. Like, it was your talent that got you where you're at now.
Right.
So is that a reason why you stayed independent, so that, you wouldn't have to kind of deal with what a lot of, and it's no disrespect, but what a lot of women in this field go through when they
Right.
go to these producers and stuff?
Right. And my grandma, she used to always tell me, she was like, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. You don't have to rush. You don't have to kiss nobody's ass to do what you want to do. You just wait
I
on
know
it.
that's right.
Patience is the virtue. So that's what I did. I waited on it, and look at me now. I got a team
Look at you
behind me
now.
that's strong. They believed in me. They came and got me, and we just gonna be on top for right now, forever.
I know
really.
that's right.
So that's the major key right now.
Honestly, I want to say before we continue on, honestly, you're a true inspiration to us all, musically or not, because what you do is you show us that it's possible.
Right.
It's possible to make it. It's possible to, when nobody wants to give you a platform, you create your own, and you still are able to reach the level of success that you're at now. And
Right.
you're booked all over. Your music is climbing, like you said, the charts. That's really amazing. I want to say thank you for your struggle, for your strive, for your, being empowered, because it helped a lot of us to know that, my work is not in vain, and just to keep pushing. So
Right.
honestly, thank you.
You're
Thank you for real. So I want to get into your project a little bit. So Superwoman was released in April, right?
Right. April the 18th.
So with that project going on, you've gotten features such as One Play, Johnny Blaze, Gucci Mane, Tune, and so much more. How did you make that possible, especially being someone without that label?
I made it possible. Like I said again, I know everybody, like half of everybody in the city. Like Johnny, me and her, like real close friends through work or whatever, so she's a good person too. One Play, I used to add One Play when his song was out, NASCAR, and he had the Too Much Motion song. Jug Man, Bloody J, like we just like this. So it's like the city,
I know that's
they
right.
mess with me. So whatever they feel like they help me and push me, I'm getting on it. I'm jumping on it. What's up? Where you at? So that's
Right,
how it
right.
was. It was
I guess that's a good benefit of being a native of Atlanta, that you kind of grow up with a lot of these people who are doing big things now.
right.
And you kind of build that relationship. So what were some of the relationships that you want to have or do have with future projects coming out? I mean, I know there's not much you can say, but, do you have any features that you have coming out for your next project, or that you will even want to work with later?
The people that I like, I always said in every interview, is Meek Mills, and I love Megan, Cardi B, and I would like to work with a lot of female artists, because right now we on top. So I
We
salute
are.
all my
This is
female
the
rappers. We are the best. So that's another thing. So the next project, we focusing on it, but not like right now, because we're still pushing this album, because it has like 26 songs on there, and it's gonna take me a long way. Right.
So I'm glad you spoke on that. I wanted to speak on you having 26 songs on your album, so on your project. What was your thought process in giving that? Because there's a lot of people that don't give that much, especially it being your first project. So what was your thought process in giving us a 26-song project?
Well, basically, half of the project was hosted by DJ Boo and DJ X-Rated. Shouts out to them. Also, I have two of the artists that's from the label on there, They have 2 of their songs on there also. So we just giving like the whole team, you know, to hear us, for the world to hear us. So their songs are also on there. I did 26 songs because it's like different varieties. My CD is just not for the women. It's for all kinds. So it's like shakeable music, hood music. I'm singing a little bit. So it's like all kinds you can listen to. It's just not one like, oh, that's all she got. So it's everything on
Right,
there.
right. So you wanted to give a mixture of everything
Yes.
you had. For,
Right.
and that's smart. I think that's a lot smart because as a female artist, what I feel like what kind of keeps a lot of female artists at a certain level is that they give one certain type of music where they feel like only other females listen to it and other, you know what I mean? So I love the fact that you have music such as Trap with Gucci Mane or,
Right.
you know, something else like where you could be a man and still bump and be comfortable bumping to
Yes.
what you got. You feel me? Because
Yes.
it's still relatable.
Yep, you're right.
You know what I mean? It's still relatable. It's still. So I wanted to talk a little bit about Gucci Mane. What was it like working with him, and how was it like? How did you even get him on your album?
Well, Gucci Mane did a few things back then with Break 'Em Off. And basically, we already had the track, and I got on the track. So that's how it happened. So he wasn't really like actually at the studio with me at the time. I just already had the track, and I jumped on it. And that's how we did it.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, that's exciting to have all these people. I mean, Tune. I mean, everyone knows literally all the features you have. It's not
Right.
just any old body. Like these are people that's been in the game and is shutting the game down. Honestly, you know. And I just want to say that I'm so proud of you because you make me feel like you're the, you know, and don't take this the wrong way, but you make me feel like you're my good Judy from next door. Or and I see you rising. You feel me?
Right.
I see the growth, and even with each song, as you go down the list, you hear the quality, you hear the improvements of even from All I Know and Work to now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I can tell that you're really grinding and working.
Yes,
so
I
that's
am.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can see it. We all can see it.
And I
you
love
know,
it. And I love it at the same time. Yeah.
That's dope. So your huge hit right now is, you know, Get With It, Hoochie Mama, right?
Right.
And that is climbing. So what was I want to know what was that writing that song and what was in your mind and what did you want to impact the world with when writing that song?
I wanted to take it all the way back to when I was little, 80s, Kilo Ali, from, you know, Doodle Brown, from
Yes,
Uncle
yes.
Lou, you know. So I was like, whoa, I'm finna rip this song right here, because
Hello.
boy, I got some moves for this song, boy. So when I got it, I was just like, I already know I'm about to kill it, because I know my passion in dancing and rapping at the same time. So I know the music when women want to dance off of it and show out when they at work performing.
Right. And what I love about that, because I feel like it crosses generations. Because you have that beat and that's such a classic song, I feel like people that's older women to older men, all the way down to teenagers and even a little bit younger can rock with that song. You know, from when it was called the Give It Up to now to where it's called twerking. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
the Baby Cry and back in the day and stuff like that. So I love that cross generation with your music. It's okay. Go ahead, order. Go ahead, order. Do what you got.
But yeah, it's I like it. It's a classic, so it's gonna keep rising. So basically, we just kept it the same vibe. We just put a little speed on it for the new generation and the new culture.
Right. Still there?
You can hear me? You can hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay. It's gonna be like when the other generation get older, they be like they want to hear that. Like we still want to hear the
Right.
old one. So that's how it's gonna go.
Well, I love that because, like I said, that's something that you took a classic and made your own classic. And I feel like this is a song that our kids will be able to listen to and have as their classic. You know? So that, can you hear me?
Yep. I can.
Okay. So like I said, so I love that you took a classic and made it a classic and made it to where our kids and the newer generation can utilize this classic because the other classic will be so classic. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. So it's kind of like, you know, just keeping their name alive, paying homage to our originals, and also creating the original yourself. So I want to talk about Wish Upon a Star because that's a song that kind of stood out to me.
And that's my favorite one.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's crazy because that's a song that stood out to me because I heard in your voice the grit, the struggle, the passion, in not only your music but in life. Can you explain to me what that song was for you?
It was like sitting at home or long nights from work. It was like in the car praying, like, wish upon a star, like, it's gonna come true. And you know, so I just got to express myself a lot more when I did that song. And like, my voice, my pain, you could tell, like, I've been working hard for this.
Yes, you can hear it. You can hear it. And I love that. I love that type of passion in music.
Yeah.
I love that type of passion in music because what that tells me is that you're not doing it for clout, you're not doing it for views, you're not doing it for payment. You're doing it because you actually love it. And a lot of these artists today, no offense to anybody else, you know, but I feel like a lot of them do it for clout and for the views and just to get that fame. And I hear it within your voice that you do it for because this is something that you love.
Yeah.
You know,
definitely.
So let's talk about, you know, what you plan on going with this. You know, your album is doing really well. You know, your hits are doing really well. Where is this going to take you and where do you want to go?
It's going to take me far to where I'm doing movies, so I'm on red carpets, big TV screens, commercials. I'm trying to go all the way to the top.
I know that's right. So acting is in your, you know, your future that you would like to do?
What now?
You said acting is something that you would like to get into as well?
Yes.
That's amazing. So tell me, so a birdie told me that you was at the BET experience, well, you was at the BET Awards. How was that experience like? And is that your first time being at such a major function?
Yes, and it was definitely cool. I got to do a lot of red carpet walks. I got to meet like a lot of people, you know, networking, mingling, doing a lot of parties. And that was my first time too in LA, so it was like, I'm feeling it. It's cool.
Look, Fun Girl Ja is doing the damn thing and making it places. You know what? I claim it now. Next year, you're going to be nominated for a BET Award.
Yes.
You hear me?
Yes.
I claim it. I claim it. Next year, you're going to be nominated because honestly, your music, you know, my fiance is an artist as well. And, you know, he heard your music and it's like, yo, I really rock with her. Like, I really rock with your music. And it's hard because there's so many artists out here, especially now with social media. There's so many artists out here. And it's kind of hard to pick and choose who you like because there's so many coming at you.
Yes.
And again, like I say, I'm so proud of what you are doing. So, Superwoman, I know you explained it on other interviews, but I want my viewers to know what Superwoman meant to you and why did you call it Superwoman?
I called it Superwoman because it's not like I'm doing one thing in my life. It's like I have family to balance. I have music to balance. At one point in time, I had more than one job. So it's a lot of women that's out here that are good parents, that are single mothers, that's doing it and not giving up. So that's why I called it Superwoman. And to show people like you go harder, you don't give up. And when it's time to give up, don't give up. Just pray about it and keep pushing. So that's what I had to do. You know.
That's so amazing. What? I know this is going to be a crazy question to ask, but I have to ask it. What makes you so humble? Like, what makes you so sweet, so positive, and so just gracious the way you are? Why are you you?
Me, because I always been like this, but and then another sense of me growing up and having my own family, that's why I'm so humble, because I'm not gonna let nobody take me away from my kids. So have to stay humble, down to earth, and not do the wrong thing, because you know people life change within 2 seconds. So it's like, just be humble, just walk away from a lot of stuff. And I'm also, you know, with a different type of culture, which is EFI, and we was always taught to not entertain the goofy. Just let it go.
So you see me swaying I got the church sway going. I got the church sway going. I don't, neighbor, tell your neighbor. Look, I absolutely enjoy and love all that you are about. I really do. Beyond just the music, beyond just the interviews that I've seen, beyond that, just the spirit that you have, and just your, you know, I see there's a glow behind you, but it's not because of that light behind you. It's because it's you. And there's not a lot of people, especially artists, that have that glow that you do. What's next? What is next in the the near future, other than promoting this album? You know, what do you have planned, you know, right now that, you know, you have in the works that you can talk about?
That I can talk about or can't?
Can.
Yeah, we dropped a video to Hoochie Mama real soon. We already shot that. I'm working on another project also, but it's just work in process, me standing in the studio recording and just have music on top of music. So when I'm ready for the next thing, it's already in place. So that's the biggest right now. And doing all my interviews. Right.
Look, your interviews. Hello, make sure y'all go check this out. Subscribe to the Royal Couch, all the people watching, because it's going to be up. We are on Instagram Live, but it's going to be uploaded to our Facebook, to our YouTube, and all of that good stuff to catch this interview later on. I'm honestly super excited about the video. I know that's going to be lit.
Yes, it is. We got a lot.
That's going to be super lit.
I can't tell you that, but we got a lot of stuff in the video.
So I did see a couple of hashtag, you know, Hoochie Mama challenge, Get With It challenge. That is going out. Have that actually started yet, or is that in the progress now?
That last month. It's already over with. I took the girls out last weekend ago. 4 girls won a challenge. We did a 10K challenge, and I also gave away 2 free bonus prizes to the girls that I felt like still deserved the spot. And we went out, we showed our ass, and we had a good time. And they just been supporting
that's right.
So that was dope. And we also did a DJ challenge too. So that was cool too. So that's over with, but you know, they still sending me videos.
I love it. I want to, you know, I want to talk about, is there any merch?
Oh yes, definitely. If you go to Break 'Em Off music group page, the merch is in his bio. It will be in mine later also. So we do have merch. So girls can purchase t-shirts, tank tops, or pullovers, or whatever they need is there.
Great. Yeah, I'm going to need to get me some merch, and I'm going to need to get you some things. So before I let you go, I want to go into a deep subject, because I feel like this is something that needs to be talked about more. And especially you being a beautiful African-American woman in the industry. Have you ever came across the experience of light skin, dark skin type of, and has that affect your music career in any type of way?
I love all my melanin. I mean, we all the same. It's just we are the same people. I don't go by color. I don't care if people do go by color. I ain't never gonna change the way I look for nobody. So
I know that's right. Have you ever been? Have that wall ever hit you to where you want to work with somebody or whatever, and they didn't want to work with you?
No.
Okay, never. Great. I love that, because I know Cash Doll had an experience where she didn't never have that, but she just recently became, you know, a victim of it, and it's sad within this industry, because as women, it's hard to be a woman out here. Not saying it disrespectfully, because I just know that, you know, being a woman, especially in the industry, is hard. And I just love the fact that, you know, you guys are so strong
Yes.
and so strong-willed to still persevere, even despite all the challenges that may hit you in such a male-dominated industry.
I just feel like
So that's why I wanted to ask that question.
right, but sometimes when people decide to get into something that they really want to do, it comes with criticism. It comes with bad words. If you can't handle it, then it's not for you.
It's
So
not for
if
you.
you can't take what people say about you, oh well. You just got to know your worth. You can't worry about what nobody
Right.
else say
Talk
about
your
you.
shit. Look, you got me swaying again.
Right.
You got me swaying again.
But yeah.
Look, you got me swaying again. So before I let you go, I want you to talk to your fans and up-and-coming artists and just people that are entrepreneurs. Can you give them one piece of advice to let them know, especially people that keep getting the doors closed in their face? What is something that you can tell them?
Like I said, don't give up. If you working, if you got something else you want to do, take your own well-being, your money, put it behind yourself, because nobody is your biggest supporter but yourself before anybody else supports you. So just don't give up. Just support yourself before you think you can support somebody else or somebody can support you. Because if people seeing you not supporting yourself, they're not going to want to support you. So
Right.
there you
Then
go.
take a sip. Hello? I know that's right. Yeah, I heard it now from Superwoman herself. Honestly, I want to say thank you again for coming onto this platform. I'm humbled and gracious. Honestly, thank you so much, and I appreciate you, and I look forward to much more success. And
Yes.
like I said, we claim that BET Award next year for Best New Artist. Hello?
Yes. And hey,
Thank you, love.
everybody that's on live, I see you. I love you too. Thank y'all so much.
We love you. Thank you so much.
Peace.
Peace. Guys, how amazing was that? She is so dope. Make sure y'all follow DaRoyal Couch. I see it below. DaRoyalCouch on all social media platforms. That's YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all of it. If you can't find none of it, just Google us and everything will pop up. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share, comment. I love you guys. Friday, we got Christopher from Latrice's husband from RuPaul's Drag Race joining us. We're going to talk about him being on the road. We're going to talk about all that good stuff, him being a talent agent, his musician. It's going to be super lit. So make sure y'all join in on Friday for that great, great interview. Again, we love you here from the Royal Couch. Peace.